Hey guys, Hammeh here, and a bit of a question for you guys and a bit of a channel update on the current situation of YouTube right now. I need to explain a big decision I need to make about my channel and where my head's at right now with regards to potentially a second Adpocalypse and the increasing part demonetization of my videos, and hear what you guys think about that. I don't want to have to censor or dumb down my content. I'd rather expand it, but in the current situation it's very hard for me to do that, and I'd love your thoughts as to what route I should take from here. Getting straight to the point, I've been doing more YouTube for a year and a half now since Overwatch launched, although this channel has actually existed for the best part of 5 years, and over all that time the last 6 months have been particularly up and down. The Adpocalypse 1.0 earlier in the year, March and April, I kind of rode that out. Then the launch of the Google bot part of fully demonetizing videos and trying to make sure whether they're safe for advertisers or not. If you appeal to restore them, any of your earnings in that period are still reduced or potentially lost. About 2 months ago, I mentioned to you in a news update video on this channel, I'd had a few vids part demonetized. I was going to write it out and see what's happened. It has got worse. Increasing amounts of my videos are being made partially monetized very quickly after they're uploaded. About 10 of the last 14, because I've been counting. Now, this was even during BlizzCon, when 5 out of 6 videos I made were demonetized for a period of time, and on top of that, just 2 days ago, more advertisers in the news you may have seen have boycotted YouTube. People like Mars, the big confectionery company, Adidas, the global sports brand, and others. It might be an Adpocalypse 2.0 at the worst time of year for content creators. Now, YouTube's trying to make itself more advertiser friendly. That's great. I fully support that. If there are no advertisers on YouTube, then no content creators would be getting the support that they get in terms of advertising support. So it could be worse. I understand why YouTube's trying to do what it's doing, and without YouTube, I wouldn't be here talking to you and having made all of the cool videos that I've enjoyed making and being able to chat and talk about Overwatch and more things with you guys. So I do appreciate YouTube very much. But I need to think practically and pragmatically. I've always worked full-time for the best part of 15 years, and then I've worked self-employed and part-time alongside YouTube maybe for the last year or so. YouTube has never fully paid all my bills or been the only thing I've relied on to live. Now, I could write out the initial Adpocalypse earlier in the year. I could just about write out these demonetized videos, but if things continue the way they are with both at the same time right now, I can't do that. I can't continue to watch and wait, and I need to make some decisions about the channel. So whatever your opinion on whether making videos is a job or not, right now a YouTube video I make can take anything from a couple of hours to a couple of days or longer for the longer ones. Lore interactions and voice lines and interviews, writing scripts, gathering footage, searching through the files of Overwatch or other games, finding sources, getting permissions when necessary, recording footage, recording audio, doing an interview if I'm interviewing someone, editing the audio, editing the video. You get the picture. So yep, some are quick and others for sure, and some have taken me a fair chunk of time. Now, a lot of effort goes into the channel and I enjoy doing it. I love making videos and making these for you guys. I've done it for years as a hobby and not even as a source of partial income. But right now in some cases I have to question if it's the best use of my time to spend that amount of time making videos, which is a lot of fun for me and you guys enjoy, if they're only going to be advertising flagged, demonetized or part monetized, and whether I should have spent that time working on something else like freelance work or something that goes a bit more towards keeping a roof over my head. And YouTube honestly contributes enough towards my modest living expenses that it's a concern to me that this is happening. Even before the usual YouTube challenges like ad blockers. I get that ads are annoying and people just want to get straight to videos, but if you use an ad blocker, then the creator you're watching doesn't get anything at all. And that is a factor that's always been a challenge with YouTube. So YouTube is, in short, very hard to predict, and particularly so over the last year, and really so right now. Don't worry, I'm not about to become immediately homeless, but I do need to be responsible and think about in what form and how I continue making videos if YouTube continues the way it's been. Now, some of you might say, Hammeh, what about Patreon? Well, if you've been enjoying the videos of the last year, the supporters that I have on Patreon have been making the longer videos possible, as well as those guys who have supported the stream that I do once every so often. If you're not familiar with Patreon, it's like a recurring tip or a bit of support from a single dollar, pound or euro. You can cancel it whenever you like, get some rewards and early previews and sneak peeks, and more into the background of the channel. Now, all my videos will always be free. All of this is just generally little bits and bobs and extras. I do have some goals, and my goal is to continue making the content to the quality and standard I make now, and then try, if possible, to expand into what you want to see more of as well. I've never really fully launched my Patreon with a dedicated video on this channel, so that will be coming up in the next few weeks, and I'll be creating a special video to explain it more on the Patreon page. This is totally optional. You won't miss out on any videos I complete to release on the channel if you can't or don't want to support. And I want to emphasize that you watching, being a subscriber on YouTube, listening to this right now, telling a friend, commenting and sharing my videos is the best support there is. So thank you for that, and please don't stop. If you think that that's something you might be interested in or able to give a hand with for any period of time, check out patreon.com/Hammeh. But what I would really appreciate from you as well is just hearing a little bit about what my options are and what you think about these. I really don't want to do before the options is censor my content. I do talk about some subjects very occasionally to contextualize Overwatch's story. That might be things like historical symbols, wars in the past. I might talk with a voice actor about the plays they've done and controversial subjects perhaps that they've talked about. I don't want to dumb down my content because I'm scared of being part or demonetized. I'd actually love to expand the content on the channel. You've asked me to do other lore series and other games, more creative things like Planet Overwatch, my nature mockumentary, different Overwatch projects, reviews, let's plays, more in-depth Overwatch lore, OC, original creations. I have dabbled and experimented a lot over the last year. I just can't do it right now in a big way. I mean, I've got part finished videos on Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Divinity Original Sin 2, Destiny 2, retrospectives on Star Wars games I've enjoyed, and so much more just sitting on my hard drive that I've had to put to one side because I've needed to focus on keeping the channel going and managing this current sort of demonetizing situation. Here are my options. I could, number one, make less videos and keep the quality topics and kind of videos you enjoy and use the time that I free up to go and get more freelance or contract work, more self-employed work, or quote, to get a real job, Hammeh, unquote, depending on how you see YouTubing. The second thing I could do is try and keep the current amount or volume of videos, but add in a couple of videos that take me a bit less time to make. I won't allow myself to take the time I have on some videos in the past, and I'll need to use that time in, just like option one, to go and find other work or other focuses in terms of earning a bit of cash. Now, I've always aimed for 3 or 4 vids a week. Last year and a half, that's sometimes been 5 or 7, sometimes it's been 2 or 3, so I'd like to try and stick to 3 or 4. It might mean that I stick to a more regular schedule, but on the flip side, I might be doing a few more videos that I do ad hoc, just talking over gameplay for longer periods of time so I can talk about my opinions on things. And they might be great, they might be not. I don't see this as being bad or worse quality, they'd just be less edited than the usual things that you've seen from me, particularly in the last week or so. You'll vote with your views and comments on that, I know. And the third and final possibility is that I see either if YouTube recovers or if I get a bit more support from you guys on Patreon, or I find another sort of source of support. I've been thinking about merchandise. Would you be interested in that? What kind of stuff would you like to see? Do let me know in the comments. I've tried to stay away from brand deals that I don't think either you'd be interested in or I think that really make sense for the channel or things that I'm familiar with. I could go and look for more of those, but this is introducing more advertising into the videos from other places. So there's that kind of third option as well, whether it be from support from you guys directly, which would be the thing I'd enjoy most, or I can go and look for other kinds of YouTube support, maybe like brand deals and working with brands or things like that to keep the channel going and to make sure that I can continue focusing on videos the way I have been. There is the chance that YouTube might recover from this over the next month or so and I can begin to expand and continue the content I've been doing, but it's probably going to be up and down as always, so I have to be realistic with myself, and that's why I've had to talk to you guys directly about this. Thank you if you've listened to all of this. It's really important to me. It's been on my mind a bit, so I really appreciate you taking the time. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and you guys have supported me for the last year and a half and longer. If you've got other ideas or suggestions, I'd really love to hear them. I will answer as many comments as I can below if I'm able to, and I'll be sitting here reading them like a hawk and thinking about your ideas and suggestions and comments if I'm not. So please do let me know all your thoughts, feelings, where you think might be best to go, what you prefer, what you'd not prefer, and similar. I'd really appreciate it. I will sort this out either way. Thank you for this. I look forward to hearing from you. There will be more Overwatch lore in the coming days. I'm going to be straight back to working on your lore theories that you've talked to me about in the comments. I always love reading those, so we're going to do another episode of lore talks, lore theories, and chat about that. That'll be out either later today or tomorrow. Thank you for your support once again. I hope you've had an amazing Turkey Day, Black Friday weekend, Cyber Monday if you're into your shopping, and that your holidays and holiday season are coming up very, very soon. I can't wait to be jumping into Overwatch's new event and everything else as well. Cheers for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen, and take care of yourself. I'll catch you soon. Take it easy.